On day 2, Tuesday morning, you have also a couple of activities. Activities number 1 is sec flask fermentation, and activity number 2 is bioreactor fermentation. I suggest you start with bioreactor fermentation. Why? Because, well, it's big, yeah. It takes a lot of complication. You have to calibrate the oxygen sensor. Okay, you're going to calibrate the pH automatically using the computer system. So this computer will control the bioreactor. So the bioreactor that you have sterilized in day 1 and ready to go is now connected to the computer. All the tubing set up, all the sensor installed and already sterilized. Okay, and then the dissolved oxygens also calibrated. Okay, once everything ready to go, okay, then you can remove your inoculum that you isolated, okay, that you take out or you prepared in the fridge. Okay, if you remember day 1, you can take it out, your exponential phase inoculum ready to go, and then you have 1 liter of concentrated glucose ready to be added. Okay, you add this glucose first, okay, using the peristaltic pump that we will show you in the lab tomorrow and the day, and then you combine 1 liter glucose and 1 liter media to become 2 liter of sterilized bioreactor containing glucose and the media. Once things are ready, then and only then you put your inoculum. Okay, you're going to take 30 ml of the inoculum for one of the sec flask. That later above total is 60 ml. So the remainder, whatever the remainder here, around 150 or something, you put them in the bioreactor ready to go. That at that time when you put the inoculum into the bioreactor, that is your time 0. So you should take all the data, including what is the what's the value of dissolved oxygen, what's the pH, and then all the relevant information. Okay, water temperature, etc. Take it and then into your notes, into your lab books, and then combine letters. Okay, so that's your time 0 for bioreactor fermentation experiment. More details can be seen in lab manual number 5. So both bioreactor experiments and sec flask experiment above here will take 24 hours. So hopefully by the end of 24 hours you should see a death phase. Same as before, in the inoculum you're going to collect sample every 3 hours. Okay, T0, T3, T6. But before, in the inoculum phase, you until 12 hours only, but in this case until 24 hours. So once you start the experiment, and then whenever you collect sample, you use this universal bottle, if I may. Okay, you call it universal glass bottles. You take out 10 ml, as mentioned here, 10 milliliter samples from the bioreactors. Okay, and then from the 10 milliliter you take out 3 milliliter for absorbance reading or OD readings. You use cuvettes for that, and then isolate from the 10 ml. Okay, and then do the absorbance, okay, in the spectrophotometer at 600 nanometer wavelength. The remaining 7 ml you just put them in the fridge. Okay, make sure you label all the bottles with your group names and the identity, or the name, in this case the Saccharomyces cerevisiae. So you keep them, the remaining 7 ml that will be used on the next day, in day 3, for cell dry weight experiment and glucose assay using DNS assay. But in the meantime, just put them in the fridge first. Okay, we will use that later on day 3. So you have the sample in the cuvettes, 3 ml sample for absorbance, OD reading, including the lab blank that we already prepared up here.